On to some other news now. At least 25,000 union dock workers are on strike this morning in eastern and southern U.S.
In the meantime, we turn to the economy tonight and to this crippling strike. Tens of thousands of union dock workers up and down the East Coast and the Gulf.
U.S. dock workers on the East and the Gulf coasts have been on strike for 2 days now with no deal in sight.
Imagine this. The shelves at your local store are suddenly empty. Essential items, from food to electronics, are unavailable. Supply chains crippled, prices skyrocketing, and the economy spiraling. This is not a future scenario. This is what's happening right now, and we're at the center of a massive economic disruption. Welcome to the Prepper's Path. Before we move on to our next topic, all the uses that can come from rocks, we had to talk about this important event, the U.S. Seaport Shutdown. As of October 1st, 2024, the U.S. is facing its first significant seaport shutdown in nearly 50 years, initiated by a strike led by the International Longshoremen's Association, ILA. The strike has closed 36 major ports across the East and Gulf coasts, from Maine to Texas, impacting billions of dollars in trade. Why is this important for preppers? Well, U.S. ports handle approximately 70% of the nation's international trade. With these ports shut down, the movement of goods, whether it's food, electronics, or medical supplies, is severely disrupted. The shutdown comes at a time when global supply chains are already fragile due to past disruptions like the COVID-19 pandemic and geopolitical tensions. If these ports remain closed, the U.S. economy stands to lose an estimated $3.78 billion every week. But it's not just about the numbers. The real-world effects are already being felt. Retailers are grappling with delays in stocking their shelves, especially as they prepare for the holiday season. Prices for essential goods like groceries are expected to spike due to scarcity. Manufacturers who rely on just-in-time supply chains for raw materials are facing delays that could halt production lines, affecting everything from automotive parts to home appliances. Agricultural exporters are at risk of spoilage, particularly for perishable goods like fruits and vegetables, which could lead to massive food waste and even shortages in global markets. But it's not just about consumer goods. The trucking and rail networks are also starting to feel the pressure. Trucks and trains that would normally transport goods from these ports are being idled, resulting in massive backlogs that could take weeks or months to clear. According to experts, each day of port closure results in up to 5 days of shipping delays. Now, while everyone is focused on the immediate impacts, there's a much bigger problem on the horizon. This shutdown could have lasting effects on global trade. Countries that rely on U.S. ports for exports may begin to seek alternative routes or shift their focus to ports in other regions. This could lead to long-term shifts in trade partnerships, potentially weakening the U.S.'s position as a global trade leader. Once global trade patterns change, it's tough to go back to how things were. Stay tuned for our next video. Natural first aid, using plants and herbs for healing. And if you missed our last one, going off-grid, make sure to check it out for tips on self-reliance. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Prepper's Path. Don't miss out on crucial updates and tips to stay prepared. Hit that like button and click the notification bell so you'll always be ready for the unexpected.